Oh.
Pacquiao trying to hit a lick. I mean, but Pacquiao not Pacquiao no more. It's tough to go against him in this situation because if it was some years ago, Pacquiao would beat Barrios. But right now, Barrios, with his momentum, might go around and beat Pacquiao up.
Questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world, then why not?
Boxing great Manny Pacquiao has stirred up excitement across the fighting world after leaked videos showed him sparring and training before his return bout against Mario Barrios. At 46, the former champion in 8 weight classes looks sharp, focused, and surprisingly quick to find both age and doubt. The clips reveal Pacquiao's well-known speed, foot movement, and fast-paced punches, raising talk about whether he can still compete with the best. Fans all over are eager to witness how the legendary boxer performs in his comeback, adding more fire to the growing buzz around his return.
Hi there guys, welcome to Red Corner Boxing. So Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against Mario Barrios according to rumours today. This is going to happen in July of this year. WBC have apparently sanctioned it. What's your thoughts on this, guys? Let us know in the chat.
Boxing icon Manny Pacquiao is preparing to step back into the ring at 46, set to fight Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title this July after 4 years away. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman confirmed the match, which brings Pacquiao's career full circle, since his first world title also came with the WBC at flyweight. Even though his exhibition fight in 2024 against Japanese kickboxer Rukia Eno was unimpressive, Pacquiao remains upbeat, pointing to his 2019 win over Keith Thurman and the fact that he hasn't taken much damage lately. His last real fight was a 2021 loss to Yordenis Ugas.
Mario Barrios is the WBC champion, so who is he mandated to fight next? Do you have made that decision yet?
Well, at this time, Mario Barrios is going to fight Manny Pacquiao in July. That's a tremendous fight. There's a final elimination taking place in North Africa, New Guinea, with Chisoko. And there's just many interests in the division. It's a great weight category.
I didn't know about Manny Pacquiao, so is this something is it out there? I've not seen anything about this.
Yes, it was released, PBC. Manny Pacquiao first title was the flyweight WBC, and he wants to retire as WBC champion.
Barrios, 29, has stayed active, winning the WBC interim title in 2023 and later becoming full champ when Terence Crawford gave up the belt with a 29-1 record. Barrios recently defended his title in a close draw with Abel Ramos. There's no official challenger for the WBC welterweight crown right now. Pacquiao's comeback has sparked major interest, with fans and analysts wondering if he can still shine in the ring. His return is driven by the dream of finishing his career with one last big win. Trainer Greg Hackett gave a blunt take, doubting Pacquiao's chances and saying fighting a younger, active Barrios could be risky. Hackett's comments reflect wider concern over older fighters coming back to face dangerous opponents. His words warn that the fight could hurt both Pacquiao's health and his legacy. Barrios trainer Bob Santos also spoke up recently, saying his fighter is ready for top-tier matchups. He mentioned past delays with Pacquiao were due to scheduling issues tied to the boxer's political life, but he didn't shut the door on the fight possibly happening soon if things line up.
Mentioned that a lot of people are asking what's going on. Are the rumors true? Is it possibly Spence? Is it Pacquiao? Who is Mario Barrios sharing the ring with next?
You know what? He's put himself in a great position through hard work. He's a tremendous story when he turned pro and what he's been able to accomplish being a 2-time world champion. And I always told everybody, he fights all comers. When we fought Gervonta Davis, all my hats off to Gervonta Davis. But it was very difficult for us to make the weight. We were going to move up in weight. They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, "You know what? I'll bite down for it one more time." And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point is about as.
Many boxing analysts believe Pacquiao's return is mostly about chasing money. Though his retirement was successful, it didn't feel complete, and a big-name fight like one with Barrios likely brings both a payout and the chance to relive past glory despite being older and inactive. Some argue that Pacquiao's performance even on a bad day is still better than many younger fighters at their best. This speaks to his skill and experience, which make him dangerous even now. Still, his last fight against Yordenis Ugas was worrying. He looked slower, offbeat, and lacked the energy that wants to find him. Facing a younger, stronger fighter like Barrios who knows how to manage distance and land clean shots could be dangerous. Barrios represents the new wave of fighters. While not top tier, he's tough and skilled enough to give Pacquiao a hard time. Experts think Barrios could even finish Pacquiao in the ring, but Pacquiao's power off in the last thing a fighter loses could be a game changer. If he lands a solid left hand, the fight is risky, but not impossible to win. It's a physical and emotional test for a legend trying to beat the clock once again. Critics think that while Pacquiao will make money from facing Barrios, winning the fight might be unlikely. At 45, with years away from the sport, he has clearly lost speed, reaction time, and stamina. His last fight showed that he had trouble keeping up with a faster, younger opponent. Barrios, on the other hand, is an active and strong fighter in his prime, good at keeping distance, staying calm, and landing clean hits. Though he's not seen as elite, he's still a serious risk to an aging and inactive Pacquiao. Critics believe this fight is more about business than fair sport. Pacquiao may walk away rich and in the headlines, but likely not with a win. For many, this comeback could end in a loss, not the storybook any fans want.
Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Let me tell you something. Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios. Not really sure what the hell's going on here. WBC is doing their thing to take care of Pacquiao. They ain't worried about Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney bullshit. They looking at trying to breathe life back into the 147-pound division. So Manny Pacquiao's getting another opportunity. Let me tell you something. Pacquiao should be the A side. The man bring a whole country. Barrios ain't quite doing that. But to come out here and think Manny Pacquiao is just going to get in here and put the bing-bings on Barrios, I understand having the mindset and remember what Manny Pacquiao was. He's not that, people. So if you ask me, him fighting Barrios, who wins? I got to give the edge to Barrios. But as far as who's going to win financially, it's Manny Pacquiao. Barrios gets some dough too, but it's Manny Pacquiao. That's it.
The idea of Pacquiao fighting Mario Barrios has drawn heavy criticism from boxing fans and insiders, with many calling it an insult to the sport. At its heart, people see it as a money-making setup rather than a fair contest between equal fighters. Pacquiao, a boxing legend and future Hall of Famer, is now 46 and hasn't fought since losing to Yordenis Ugas in 2021. That fight showed his decline, slower reactions, less energy, and poor timing. Barrios, in contrast, is younger, active, and naturally bigger. He's still building his career and has enough size and skill to be a real challenge for any older boxer. Pairing him with a long-retired Pacquiao seems more about selling pay-per-views than true competition. What makes things worse is the talk of making this a title fight. If someone who hasn't fought in years can skip ahead of others and get a title shot just because of fame, it damages the sport's ranking system. It's unfair to younger fighters who've earned their spot through hard work and wins. Groups like the WBC are being called out for double standards, strict with some fighters, but bending the rules for stars like Pacquiao. Critics warn that if boxing keeps valuing fame and money over fairness and fighter safety, it sends the wrong message. Back in early 2024, news of Pacquiao's return started buzzing again. Reports said he was preparing for a big exhibition against Muay Thai star Buakaw Banchamic, set for April 20th. The fight would mix boxing and Muay Thai under special rules, meant to show off both men's skills while lowering risks. But this wasn't just a match, it was a money event. With a $25 million purse, it showed big business potential, especially in Asia, where both are huge stars. For Pacquiao, it was a big payday without needing to fight professionally. For Buakaw, it was a chance to share the ring with a global icon. Critics questioned the fight's fairness, but fans saw it as a special event between two legends from different worlds.
Pacquiao's style is good for the Muay Thai sports, and I don't know that boxing is different than Muay Thai, and we're going to fight in boxing, so what I'm talking about. It's hard for him to adjust without using elbows, legs like that. So it just you need to train hard and work hard because it's hard to. It's very hard. A big round of applause for Manny.
Pacquiao's return plans hit a few bumps during his exhibition bout. With Japanese kickboxer Rukia Eno on July 28, 2024, he was originally set to face Chihiro Suzuki, but a last-minute change brought in a taller, younger opponent named Ampo. Standing 6 feet tall, Ampo used his reach to keep Pacquiao at a distance, landing clean shots that tested the legend's defense. Pacquiao tried using his footwork to close the gap, but struggled to break through Ampo's guard, especially in early rounds. He later said the late switch and thick ring mat made movement harder and affected his performance, adding that he was only at 60% of his best shape due to poor training. His advisor, Sean Gibbons, agreed that Pacquiao hadn't properly prepared. The match ended in a draw since there were no judges, but fans and critics came away doubtful about his readiness. For a full comeback, many are urging Pacquiao to rethink his plan to challenge WBC champ Mario Barrios, despite mixed results in exhibitions. Pacquiao's latest training clips from early 2025 have sparked new excitement. The videos show him moving fast, hitting hard, and using footwork that looks like his younger self. Observers were impressed by his shape and speed, fueling talk of a real comeback. He's been training hard with his longtime coach Freddie Roach, who praised Pacquiao's recent sparring. In one session, Pacquiao even scored the knockdowns in 10 rounds, which reminded many of his peak years. This has stirred up fresh rumors about him fighting again. With Barrios as a possible opponent, advisor Sean Gibbons says the fight could happen in mid-2025 depending on Pacquiao's other plans, including his run for the Philippine Senate.
Don't try to boxing like that. Because
it's lazy, right? Just kind of.
When you do like try to boxing like that, what is that for? Because you can apply that in a habit. You become a habit. When you start boxing like.
Woo! Woo! The speed is still there. Woo!
Ampo is bigger than me. It's too big for me, and the floor mat is different to boxing because in boxing just a little bit, but in MMA like so it's hard to move with shoes. So, but it's good. Good experience. We give a good action fight to the fans. Or elbow is about my backhead is like is swelling a little bit because his elbow, like when he punch, like he can move, he can punch. The thing is he can be a boxer. He can be a boxer, but in his weight division, there's a lot of also a good fighter in his weight division, like a bigger guy. It's that's right. It's really surprising to me that the
promoter Ben Shalom has openly voiced his worries about Manny Pacquiao returning to the ring, stressing the dangers that come with such a move. He warned about the health risks older fighters face when they try to fight again. Shalom said, "It's hard to say no as a promoter, but if you have enough money, health should come first." He compared the situation to legends like Muhammad Ali, whose late career fights harmed their health badly. He explained that many fighters can't walk away because they crave the thrill and spotlight, but Shalom insisted that long-term health matters more than one last moment of glory. Even though Pacquiao is a legend and wants a final chapter, Shalom and many others believe it's not worth the danger. They hope he chooses to stay retired and protect both his legacy and well-being, instead of risking it all in one more fight.
Thank you to Manny Pacquiao. Unbelievable career that we may never have a career like that again. I want you to take with you when it comes to Manny Pacquiao is moments. By taking themselves out of a comfort zone, challenging themselves. And Manny Pacquiao is a dinosaur when it lasts of a dying breed. We're not going to see too many fighters like this ever again. And Pacquiao is going to be the type of fighter that we tell our kids about. Pacquiao has 20 wins, greater than some of your favorite fighters' best win. Manny Pacquiao has 3 Hall of Fame careers in one, winning legit titles in 8 different weight classes. Pacquiao's legacy will age better and better and better. Times go on and on and on. A fighter like Floyd Mayweather, I think his legacy will diminish a little bit. Salute to Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest of all time.
Training with boxing legend Manny Pacquiao had a major impact on George Kambosos Jr. and helped him rise to world-class level. Over 150 rounds together across 3 title campaigns gave Kambosos rare insights into top-tier boxing. He got to see Pacquiao's strict discipline, non-stop training, and mental toughness traits Kambosos now uses in his own game, more than just physical skills. He learned how important speed, planning, and quick thinking are in the ring. He also got a real look into how champions live, joining Pacquiao in intense workouts, mountain runs, and hard sparring. These sessions boosted both his body and mind, helping him understand what it takes to reach the top. Kambosos says he's extremely thankful for the chance to learn from Pacquiao, calling it a key part of his rise in the lightweight division. As the Pacquiao-Barrios showdown approaches, fans are excited to see experienced battle youth and legacy clash with hunger. No matter how it ends, Pacquiao's comeback shows his deep love for the sport and his drive to stay great.
Having trained with Manny Pacquiao had to be a huge asset for you, because even though Bay was probably your biggest name opponent up until then, you know, you'd been... How many rounds had you done with Manny?
250 rounds over 3 world title campaigns. So,
so it started with the Jeff Horn fight?
It did, yeah. When Jeff got, obviously, the fight with Manny Pacquiao, I was in Los Angeles, and I was sparring his ex-sparring partners, Jose Ramirez and Ray Beltran. I was doing 5-on-5, and these guys are good fighters, former world champions. And Freddie come over and goes, you know, Manny's got the Jeff Horn fight. So yeah, I'm hearing about it. He goes, well, you're sparring his sparring partners. How would you like to go against your countrymen and help Manny prepare?